Hello nieces and nieces, welcome back to the channel. My name is SavingsFashionista. She is I and I am her. And you have arrived to Nieces Nation, and over here we do mainly things fragrances, whether it's body or home. But today, you guys, we are here for a dedicated fragrance review from the house of Jo Malone. So if you're interested in hearing all about that, please stay tuned. The fragrance that we're here to do a full dedicated review on is from the house of Jo Malone, and this fragrance is currently out in a new repackaged edition, but it is the same fragrance. Jo Malone tends to do that with a lot of their fragrances. They will change the aesthetics of the packaging, same standard shape of the bottle, but they'll change the color of the glass or the label or something like that to make it more or make it a different aesthetic than the previous release. But this fragrance is Scarlet Poppy. It's the fragrance that we're going to talk about today. This fragrance was originally released in 2020. At that time, I was not doing videos here on YouTube. However, I was still very engulfed into everything fragrance. So that's been a part of my life as far back as I can remember. So I am here to do a review now because I think sometimes when repackagings come out, people, because I've even thought that before with some things, that is brand new. No, it's not new. It's just a repackage. Same fragrance, just a repackaging. And Jo Malone, like I said, they do that a lot. But this is an amber floral unisex fragrance. I do think that this fragrance leans more on the feminine side. The fragrance notes in Scarlet Poppy are amaret, muskmallow, orris, fig, poppy, tonka bean, heliotrope, barley. And it is a very subtle floral, not very high perfumey like floral, but a very airy, subtle floral fragrance. It is absolutely beautiful. It is a beautiful fragrance. So let's talk a little bit about what is said about Jo Malone. It is said that Jo Malone does not have a lasting power. I beg to differ that, especially with certain fragrances that I've heard people say that it doesn't last. I don't know if it has something to do with your body chemistry. I don't really know, but I can only speak from my experience that this is a long-lasting fragrance. You're going to get you about 8 hours of longevity out of this fragrance. And let me clarify what longevity means to me. Longevity to me means I can smell this fragrance if I make a nose to skin or a nose to cloth contact. I can still smell it. So to me that says that it still smells, you still smell like the fragrance. However, the projection is different. The projection is only about 3 hours. That means once I apply the fragrance, idly sitting, making a quick shift or move, I can smell the fragrance without making a skin to nose contact. So you get about 3 hours of projection. The fragrance class is niche. Jo Malone is considered to be a niche brand because it focuses mainly on fragrances. Now, Mason Margiela, who is the creator, I'm switching it all up. That's not right. I'm talking about Replica, and this is Jo Malone. Jo Malone, he creates home fragrances as well as body fragrances and body care. So that makes it niche. It only focuses on fragrances. Now, this is definitely a very easy wear. I think that this could be deemed as a signature fragrance because, like I said, if you're one of those girls who like the floral, not overly flowery, because I'm not into heavy florals, but it is definitely a floral fragrance, but I think that it's more musky than it is floral. But the combination of the florals as well as the heliotrope and the musk that is in here, it is my type of fragrance. It is sweet. I think it's powdery. It does have like this subtle almond note to it. As I've said, it's aromatic, it's musky. It's just one of those type of beautiful fragrance. This fragrance even blends very well with other Jo Malone fragrances. I have been recently blending this with the Myrrh and Tonka. And Myrrh and Tonka, sometimes it's just a little too heavy for me. Beautiful fragrance, but sometimes it's just a little too heavy. But mixing it with the Scarlet Poppy, it balances out the myrrh and tonka and it makes this very beautiful fragrance. So this does pair really well with the myrrh and tonka, and I'm sure it pairs well with other fragrances as well. I think that this fragrance develops very beautifully as you wear it. For the most part, the way it starts, that's the way that it continues, and it just kind of carries on throughout the time frame of you wearing it. But this is definitely a beautiful fragrance. As I said, it is a repackage. It comes in 2 sizes. It comes in this 50 ml and it comes in a 100 ml. Now, as you can see over here, this is the repackaging of the product over here. And still has like that scarlet colored dark jar, but the top is a little different. But Jo Malone, very standard when it comes to the shape and make of the bottle. Rectangular or square shaped bottle with the dome cap. Just very beautiful fragrance. I definitely would consider, you can go into Sephora or Saks. I know Sephora and Saks sell this. I purchased this one out of Saks. No, Saks wasn't even open at the time. I ordered this from offline. That's what I ordered it from, because at the time you couldn't even go in the store. So I did blindly buy this at the time. And I do think that it is a safe blind buy. Very pretty. Oh, this is so pretty. So as you can see, I have put a nice little dent in it. And this is a lot to have used. Although we're 3 years in, I still feel like with the amount of fragrances that I have in my collection, to have gotten down to this point in the bottle, it's a lot. Would I repurchase it? Definitely I will. I do plan on repurchasing it once I get through this this particular bottle. So I probably won't have to repurchase this maybe until next year this time. But it's definitely a beautiful fragrance. If you're looking for a signature fragrance, a fragrance that you can wear every day to any type of occasion, I definitely would suggest going sampling this and seeing how you like it. You can find it at Saks, and you can find it in Sephora. I think Sephora has this. Yeah, you can find it in Sephora. But like I said, if you can't get to either of those stores, do I personally think it's a blind buy? Yes, I do, but you do what makes you feel comfortable with your fragrance shopping. Don't be a wild child like me, because if it's something that I'm very, very intrigued by and I can't get a decant, I have, and I probably will continue purchasing full bottles blindly. So again, Scarlet Poppy, very beautiful fragrance. If you have any questions or comments about this fragrance, please leave them in the comment section below. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel, and if you like what you receive over here, just please click the subscribe button, turn the notification bells on so you will be notified when I upload content, and give the video a thumbs up. So thank you again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And do not forget, you, yes you are great. Bye-bye.